Okay, where do we live?
That little thing.
Okay.
Here.
So, last week, we saw in our account that someone had given us a larger amount of money from Germany. And so my first thought was, okay, this is in euro, so we've been using TransferWise to transfer finances over from Germany to Australia, which has given us a really good exchange rate and really good fees. And so obviously I was like, okay, I want to look at what's the best way to do it, what's the best day. And so we did a lot of research because I knew that a few days later another amount of money would come in. And so I was like trying to figure out, this is a bit ridiculous, but I was just trying to figure out, okay, would it make more sense to transfer them together, or would it make sense to transfer them separately? Like in the end, at that moment we had a really good exchange rate. And so we're like, okay, we could use this exchange rate right now, or we could transfer it together with the other amount a few days later and then save $1 on fees, basically. And then in the end, I just asked and just said, okay, how about we pray about it? And so we went and we prayed, and while we were praying, God spoke to me that He basically He convicted me that we had set aside in our budget all our tithing. We always put our tithing aside first, like that's the first thing we do when money comes in. But it had been just sitting there for quite a few weeks almost, I think. And I was slow in paying that tithing into our church and into the base, like where we're giving our tithing. And God just spoke to me and He's like, you're worried about $1 of fees, or like, a few dollars that would change with the exchange rate. But you actually already missed out on weeks of interest in my kingdom. By not paying in these finances, like you missed out on weeks of interest that you could have had in my kingdom. And that was like, whoa, okay. And so right away, the next morning, we paid in our tithing to the church. 2 days later, we paid in our tithing to the base and just made sure. And then even this morning when we went to church again, I was like, wow, okay, I could, should I just round the tithing down and kind of give the rest of the tithing next time once some more is coming in? And then I was like, no, even if it's just $1, I don't want to miss out on this interest that I can have in God's kingdom. And so I paid it in, like we paid it all in just to make sure, like we're really, I don't want to miss out on what we could get in there when we're giving our finances to God.
You might ask, why am I in this screen? Probably I'm just tripod, and just if I just put it like that, she might not do it. So confidence builder.